Hey guys, Nancy Faye here, Modern Day Pilgrim. I hope you're having a fabulous day today. Well, welcome back to my channel. Well, here we are, back in the van, my favorite place to be. And today I thought we would cover a few of those questions that you guys asked me to cover when I put out that video a while back in asking you guys if there's anything you want to know, if I can answer any questions, post them in the comments, and thank you for doing so because I wrote them down. But here's the thing. I'm going to have to put my glasses on to read them. And there might be a glare here and there with my glasses on, but I'm sorry. I don't have all the five-fangled business to not make that happen. So, yeah, I hope it's okay. But anyhow, let's get right into it. And I am going to start here with the first one. And I want to thank you for posting those questions because not only am I helping you, but by answering them, and you posting them, we're helping a lot of people that might have the same question. So the first question is, and it's from a viewer, Defrost 1957. Where do you free camp in Michigan? Where in Michigan is there free camping? Well, not very many places. I don't know what to say. Michigan doesn't have like a lot of BLM land, Bureau of Land Management land, where you can camp for free. And I personally don't know of those places, but you can Google it and find out. But I know there's not a lot. But there are state forest campgrounds that are very, very inexpensive. They're very rustic, but they're very, very inexpensive. And in the event that you can't find a free place to camp, you can always stealth camp. And I think we'll get into that in a minute because somebody else may or may not have asked a question about stealth camping. But anyhow, sorry I don't have all the answers for that, but I do know Michigan doesn't have a lot of state land where you can camp for free. However, in the UP, I do know that there are a lot of roads, rural out there. You can just kind of pull off in here and pull off in there. Nobody would ever know you're there. People do it all the time. But nonetheless, I normally go to campgrounds or stealth camp in cities. I don't really do the free camping thing, but that's a great question and I appreciate you asking it. Okay, the next question about safety. Photogger, P-H-O-T-O-G-H-E-R. Thank you for that question. They want to know, what do you use for protection? Are you worried about not having any kind of a support system? And if you don't have one, what do you do if you're a solo woman camper? Maybe even a dude. You know, maybe you need some help every now and again out there. We all need help, right? Anyhow, let's talk about that. I carry a gun. I'm a licensed carrier, concealed, and I carry a gun. That's what I do. And I have a knife. I have a couple cool knives. And I have nunchucks. Did you guys know I can use nunchucks? Yes, I can. I know. Unbelievable, right? But it's true. It is true. Been doing it ever since I was a little kid. And they could be illegal to like use on somebody. I don't know. Actually, I should check into that. But I have taken them with me as well. And I have bear spray. So yeah, in the event somebody gets all crazy with me and I don't have my weapon right handy or it's not on me or some crazy thing, but I see the bear spray, watch out because you're getting it. So there's that. So yeah, that's what I do. I have a gun, I have a knife, I have bear spray, I have my nunchucks, and that's about it. And I've got my phone, you know, I could call 911, whatever. But I don't really think along those lines. Not that it could never happen, but I don't really worry about that stuff. But it could happen. I'm just not that much of a worrier about it. But those are the types of things I use. Thanks for that question. So what do we have here? What would you tell somebody if they were hesitant about solo camping, like female solo camping? Like what would your advice be to them, or how would you help them? That was the question. Well, I would say don't overthink it, man. Do not overthink it. Yeah, I think that's half the problem. I think people do all these what ifs and, oh my goodness, what if this, what if that? Look, you can't live life with the what ifs. You know, 90% of the time those what ifs don't happen. I think you just freak yourself out. But no judgment. Just saying, don't overthink. Don't overthink it. You know, do a dry run. Maybe get your van in order to be a camper and then kind of camp in your driveway or at your friend's house. Maybe go to a campground in your vehicle first because there are people around and you could kind of get the hang of it before you went out on your own, you know. But my first advice, my biggest piece of advice would be, don't overthink it, because then you just talk yourself right out of it. And there's really, I mean, what things can happen to us all the time, near or far, at home, out on the road. I mean, to anybody, not just solo female van camper dweller people. So don't overthink it. You can do it. I believe in you. Just do it. Give it a try. At least do a dry run. See how you like it. Okay, let's move on next. What if you don't have a support system? Well, guess what? There are some fantastic Facebook groups that are women only, and they're from women all over the world. And let me just say, they are very, very helpful. I belong to them, and I am amazed at the amount of help that these people offer other people when they hop on there and say, hey, I'm in a predicament. Hey, I don't know this place. Does anybody know? Can you help me? My car broke down. Do you know of a mechanic in this area? Or I'm getting ready to travel here. Is there any great places I need to see? Or you're just feeling sad, or you're lonely, or you're upset something happened. People get on there, they talk about their issues, people respond with kindness, and it's a great, great group. There's, well, the one I belong to a couple, but one of them is fantastic. I don't know the name of it. I will put it in this video up here, but I'll actually put it in the description box below the video as well. But lots of help, lots of support there. So if you don't have your own personal family support system, there are some great Facebook groups that you can be a part of, and they're very helpful to travelers and van dwellers and campers, and yeah, so check those out. So next question, Dee Otero 4475. Thank you for this question. She wants to know about overnight parking. She's worried about finding it. That would be like stealth camping, right? This is where stealth camping comes in. If you can't find a campground, you're driving through the city and you have a vehicle that's just a plain old vehicle that doesn't stand out, stealth camping is a great option. You know, you just have to roll in after dark, and most of the time roll out before the sun comes up, because you don't want to be detected, right? So as you can see, I have lights on right now, I have all my window covers in, and I'm safe from anybody knowing that I'm in this vehicle. But here's the thing, if you're going to stealth camp in the city and you get in your car and then you have your phone on and that people are seeing light in your car all hours of the night, or whatever the case may be, you might get a knock on your window because somebody might be suspicious of your vehicle, and then you're kind of the gig is up, right? You're no longer incognito, so you're going to get the boot. So stealth camping is a great option, and if you learn how to do it and you're really quiet and covert, you can slip in and slip out. I do it all the time. It works perfectly. I have places that I go up north. I'm not going to tell you where those places are, because they're my sneaky spots, right? But I know where I'm going. And what I do is I van camp on the shores of the Great Lakes, right? So if this is Michigan, is it wrong? Does it go this way or this way? Which hand is it to you? I don't know. It might be backwards. Is it going to be backwards? I don't know. We're going to do this hand because this is what we're doing. I live over here in Southeast Michigan, but I basically travel across the state and go up the shores all the way to the UP, and I camp on the shores of the Great Lakes in cities, and I stealth camp and nobody knows I'm there. And obviously partly because I own a 2019 Dodge Grand Caravan and it blends in with all the other vehicles. The other part is I know when to get in there and I know when to get out, and I respect the area. I'm quiet, I get in, I basically just want to sleep, so I'm not hanging out all night watching Netflix. You know, I'm tired. I've been out rock cutting all day. I just need to go sleep, right? So in this van, I have everything. I have a bed. I'm completely self-sufficient. I have a refrigerator. I have food. I have water. I have a toilet. I have power. I have lights. I have everything I need to be self-sufficient in this van. Nobody knows I'm here, and there's no need for me to get out. So that's kind of how you want to be. So just keep that in mind. I personally camp in places that are busy. I don't go for that quiet parking lot in the corner. I just don't do that. I don't feel comfortable in that situation because I feel like somebody's going to wonder, what is that car doing over there? Yeah, I don't do that. I park in places that are well traveled and people are coming and going, because my van is just like everybody else's car. It fits right in and it doesn't stand out, and I just slide in, I put my window covers in. But basically I get my window covers in most of them before I even get into my space, and then I just put the front ones in. I have a lot of light in here right now for this video, but I have one light on when I'm stealth camping, and I just get my act together and I brush my teeth, get myself ready, and I just go to bed. I don't have any issues with that. And I have had people park right next to me in parking spots, chat, both sides chit-chatting, talking about things that I wish I didn't hear, quite frankly. And if they probably knew I was in the van, they wouldn't be talking that way. But yeah, they have no clue I'm in this van. So I hope that's helpful. You know, busy places that people are coming and going, hotels, sometimes side streets, hospital parking lots, which I know people frown upon, but you don't think about it, guys. Unless there was a major world catastrophe, you're going to have hundreds of parking spots to choose from in a hospital. And not all hospitals have security and all this where they are in looking around. And even if they did, if you had the proper window covers on your windows, nobody would even know you're in your car. So don't stress about that. I've stayed in hospital parking lots and had no issue whatsoever, and I felt completely safe. Parking structures in hospitals are good too, and again, unless there's some kind of catastrophe, all those spaces are not going to be taken up, and it's not like it's going to ruin someone's day. So I know a lot of people get all bent about the hospital thing, but I mean, no judgment either. I just I don't really personally have an issue with it. And I don't park in the front row of the emergency section, obviously, because that would be disrespectful. And why would I want to be there anyway? Because my situation isn't an emergency. Just saying. All right, so hope that's helpful. And thanks for that question. The next question is from Backwoods, Arkansas, 9155. Thanks for this question. What's your favorite floor plan? Yes, let's talk about it. One of my favorite questions. I think my favorite floor plan is the 4-foot table bed, which puts it from window to window, 67 inches here. And then I have this entire front area open and free. I have a chair up here. It is so comfortable. That floor plan is so comfortable. The one right now that I'm in, which is my 69-inch Coleman ComfortSmart cot behind my driver's seat here, back this way, this is my second favorite option. And as you know, I do like off the floor bedding. So this is a 15-inch high cot. So underneath this bed is all my storage, right? And underneath this table is all my storage here. So I would have to say the table bed is my favorite setup. From window to window, it's 5 feet 7 inches, and I'm 5'2", so 62 inches. I have a lot of videos about that. I'll actually put that up in the video here or here, wherever it goes. I don't know. It's always backwards. Somewhere up there. I'll put that video and you guys can check that out as well. So thanks, great question, and I appreciate you taking the time to comment. Okay, Calm Vibes V, thank you for this question. Benefits of van camping. Oh my word. So many. So I used to be a tent camper, and I used to have a 2007 Subaru Forester. Love that car. Took my son camping in it. I basically only used the campground for sleeping because we were never there. We slept there and we left. We were gone the entire day, and then we would go back, take showers, and go to bed and get up and do it all over. So that's how we camped. The campground wasn't my bag per se. I think they're great. They're great getaways for families, so I'm not knocking them. Please don't think I am. I love Michigan State parks. They're just beautiful. But I just don't hang around at state parks. I don't hang around there and sit at my campsite all day. I'm gone. I'm just not there. So when I quit tent camping, van camping came into the picture because my husband bought me this van, and I thought, well, gee whiz, let's try to figure this out. How can I go camping in a van? I just started researching van camping, and oh my goodness, it just all came together for me. So now the benefits of van camping are this van pulls in. This van is completely self-sufficient. I do not need to get out of this van for anything. I can bathe in this van with my little bucket when I bring it, and I just use water and I clean all up, and I'm good to go. This is it. This is it for me. I have everything I need in this van. Self-sufficient, self-contained. You're safe. You don't have to tear down, you don't have to put up, and you can go wherever you want and never return to the place you started. Ta-da! All the best benefits. So that is that. I hope that was helpful, and thanks for that comment. Okay, next question is from Monica Hernandez. Thank you for this question, Monica. How do you level your floor in your van? Well, that's a very good question. And I am kind of low-key about everything I do in this van. I don't build anything. I kind of just use what I have around the house and in the garage. With this bed here, this is the Coleman ComfortSmart cot, and this van is a lot higher in the back than it is in the front here. So what I do is I just take 2 boards. I think they're about 2 inches, 1 inch, 1.5 inch. I don't even think they're the same, but I use 2 boards, and I put one under the legs here and one up in the front there, and that brings the bed up about 2 inches, and it levels it out pretty good with the back of the bed here. But here's the thing, I'm not a perfectionist like that. I like everything to look nice. I like to be minimal in my camping, and I am particular with the things I bring in my van, but I don't overstress things like the bed. It's so minor. If there's any issue with the bed being uneven at all, it's so minor that it doesn't even bother me. But I don't have any particular way to level my floor. I didn't build a floor out. I do put carpets on my floor, and I do that to protect the van floor, and it just makes it a lot more comfortable for me because there's those bars. I have the stow and go seats, so there's those little metal bars that when you pull your seats out, they hook into those bars, and those things are rough on the knees, man. So I do use carpets, and it alleviates that. So I hope that's helpful. I don't overthink that whole floor leveling thing because this is a family van, and I don't see the need to have to build something for it that I'm not going to use all the time because I don't live in this van. I camp in this van. So I hope that's helpful, and thank you for that question. Okay, Dixie Red 03, what do you use to secure your no-build items? Good question. I use paracord. I used to use bungee cords, but now I just use paracord. I can tighten it a lot better, and it just works best for me. I tie my bed off to underneath my front seat, and I anchor it back to the wall anchor. On this van, there's a wall anchor here, and there's a wall anchor over there. When I use my camp kitchen, I basically put the kitchen here, wrap the paracord around the kitchen handles to the other side into the wall. When my table bed's here, I use the anchor back there. I wrap it around one leg up high on this table bed, pull it through, other leg, and secure it to the anchor on the other side there. So everything back here is anchored with paracord to the wall anchors, if that makes any sense. So I have no issues there. My refrigerator, I really don't secure that too much. I probably should more than I do. I have in the past, and I've used bungee cords, actually, a long one, and I put it under my seat, wrapped it around my refrigerator, and hooked it onto the other side of the seat, and that worked well. This little stool here, I would just put down underneath. Underneath the bed is just sleeping bags and stuff. And as you know, I'm a very minimal van camper. I don't bring much. I only bring what I need. What is my mantra? What is my motto? Bring what you need, not what you think you might need just in case, because that's where the clutter begins, right? And we don't want to be cluttery van campers. We want to be organized van campers, so we have more space for us. So we don't want to house our stuff comfortably. We want to comfortably house ourselves. Let me say that again. We don't want to house our stuff comfortably. We want to comfortably house ourselves, right? This is our space to dwell in, so we have to be comfortable in it, right? And for me, that means no clutter. That means bring what you need. Everything gets put away. I just have to have a nice, clean, crisp space. That brings me peace. So that is that. That is how I tie those things down. So thank you for that question. Joseph Morgan 3715. He asks, what are the dimensions of your van? What kind of van do you have? How do you heat your food? I don't know if he asked me that or someone else. Let's go to the dimensions of the van. So from the seat back is 8 feet. You can fit an 8x4 piece of plywood in here easily. 8x4 slides right in behind the seats. You're golden. At the doors, from sliding door to sliding door, is 5 feet. I'm 5'2". I've slept down there before. So there's been times when I've taken my granddaughter camping, she would get this bed because she wanted it, and why wouldn't I give it to her? Because she's my sweetest granddaughter, so she wanted the bunk. I gave her the bunk, and I slept on the floor. And that time I brought self-inflated camp mats, worked out perfectly. Just put them here on the floor, and I slept on the floor. So 5 feet at the doors, 4 feet between the walls here where your armrests are, and 8 feet long. I don't have the height at the moment, but I will get the height for you. I'll put it in here somewhere. So 5 feet at the doors, 4 feet from armrest to armrest, 8 feet in length here. And that's about that. And it's a 2019 Dodge Grand Caravan. And it's been just a wonderful vehicle for me. I don't know if it was him or someone else. I don't, maybe it was you, Joseph Morgan. What kind of kitchen do I have, or do I heat food or cook in the van? I do have a camp kitchen, but I do not cook food in my van. I just do not do it. I'd rather eat one and done type foods, which we'll talk about in a minute. But I have a camp kitchen, and I cook off the back of my van here at campsites or on the side of the road at those pullouts. That's where you can like do scenic viewing and all this jazz. I just open the hatch and open it up and cook out there, and then I just hop back in my van and take off. But I don't cook in the van. If I'm going on a quick trip, or I know I'm stealth camping and I'll never be hitting a campground, I don't bring that camp kitchen, and I only use an MSR stove. And for that, I can warm up soups, or I can make ramen noodles, that sort of a thing. This battery right here is a Peakron E600 LFP battery, and that has a 1200 watt inverter, so I can bring my Keurig machine and have coffee here in the van. So I don't use anything other than that battery, a Keurig, and an MSR stove. If I'm cooking anything in this van, it's only going to be hot water to make soup, or just heat soup on that little MSR stove. And I'll throw a video up or a picture and show you what that's all about. Let's talk about the one and done foods. So one and dones are foods that you can just eat one at a time, or a scoop at a time, like radishes, 1 and done, 2 and done, 3 and done, little cucumbers. I've got protein drinks. I've got Greek yogurt. Over here I've got salami and pepperoni. These are just things I can take as many as I want and eat those, and there's no leftovers, no mess. I've got some fruit down there, and on the very bottom I have some guacamole and an applesauce. But just things that I can open and eat quickly, and just a one and done. Just grab it, eat it, you're done. Very simple. Just my life is easy. I don't need fancy, you know. I'm not so fancy Nancy, so they say. But yeah, those are one and done foods. I think we covered everything. I appreciate all those questions, and if you have any more questions, I'd love to answer them. If I know the answers, I'll try to find them. If I don't, I'm sorry I didn't have all the answers for the free camping in Michigan, but there really just isn't any on the east side of the country. I mean, they have all that over in Arizona, and there's just tons of it over there, but there's no water over there, so how can I go rock hunting over there? Yeah, kind of bugs me. But anyhow, I hope this video was helpful to you. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I would love that. Hit the bell, like, subscribe, share. Everything I learn, I like to share with you, and in turn, you can share with your friends. So that is all. And remember, we don't want to be cluttery van campers, so only bring what you need, not what you think you might need, just in case, because that's where the clutter begins, right? And we want to be not cluttery van campers, at least I do. So that's it. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I will catch you later. Until next time.